Well, hey y'all, welcome back to RevStoration. Once again, we're looking forward to a fun day of working on these old rigs. We've got a few cool things we want to do in this video and want to share with you. We're going to be dropping gas tanks and getting new gas tanks put in, and we're going to get cars running as they should. But we also want to show you, hey, we want to kind of walk around and talk about some of these rigs and maybe future plans we've got for some of these rides. I think it'll be important for y'all to see. We also got something that's kind of sad I want to share with you a little bit, but I think it's only appropriate to do that after the intro. If having fun was against the law, we would be guilty as charged. All we are is shady shade tree mechanics from Butts County. Yep, the tail end of the world, just having fun. If you're interested in this kind of journey, come along. I'm David, I go by Rev here on YouTube. My daddy, also known as my wife, Nikki T. All we like to do is have fun and enjoy ourselves. So if you're interested in that journey, if you're interested in not learning how to do it, but just seeing the craziness of how we do it, come along for the journey here on RevStoration. All right, any of y'all that are new to the channel, my name is David. I go by Rev here on YouTube. I'm a full-time pastor. Some people get so offended when I say that, but I am a full-time pastor, and in the fun time, I like to work on these rigs. I like to sort of get them up and going, and a really cool thing is we get to video it, and then YouTube gives us an opportunity of putting it out and sharing it with all of you awesome people that watch our channel. And y'all have been a blessing to us. We've had people stop by the church. I actually have a baptism set up for a viewer that's coming up at the end of the month on the 25th. So David, looking forward to that. Excited about that service that we're going to have at the church. There are so many things that YouTube has just been an immense blessing to us over the last couple of years that we have been doing this channel. And it has just been so very awesome. Well, y'all, we do things a little bit different down here in the South, and it is by no means are we trying to be mean to anybody or to about anything. That is the last. If y'all have watched our channel, let me turn and get some good light. If you have watched, let's see if I can get it down. If you've watched this for any amount of time, you know, hey, we love people and we want to be a blessing to people. We don't want to be mean. I even have used to have an intro that said, hey, no cussing, you know, on this channel. We don't like to use words that would be derogatory or be mean to anyone. Well, here's the sad news. On our last video, we had it thumbed down by YouTube that we used derogatory terms. Actually said strong derogatory terms like the F word. Can I let y'all in on something? Old Rev and his daddy hadn't used no F words. I mean, we went back and played it and looked it over. We had it human reviewed. That means a human went back and looked at it and said, nope, it breaks our policy. So I went back and looked at our policy, and y'all, I think there's gonna be some changing around here. I think we're gonna have to do things a little bit different. Me and my daddy are going to have to do a few things a little bit different. And hey, that's fine. That's okay. We're excited of doing things different. So y'all, we don't get much ad revenue anyway. Our channel is not booming. We're not Sleeper Dude. We're not Mortsky. We're not Vice Grip Garage. We get a fraction of those channels, but we're ever so grateful for every single one of y'all that watch, and we do generate a little bit of revenue every video. And that little bit of revenue helps us work on old rigs like this, helps me buy some, helps get parts, and us to spend our time on getting these old rigs going. But we can't do that anymore. If I use certain terms, we're not going to be able to we're not going to be able to get ad revenue like in our last video. Won't get ad revenue. So if it's a little bit changing around here, y'all don't get upset with us. We're trying, we're doing our best, we're learning. We know we live in a culture that is uber sensitive towards everything. And this week it's one word, next week it'll be another word. But I guess if we're gonna play the game, we gotta play by the rules. So y'all ready to get to work? Let's get to work. All right, y'all, this is gonna be hard to do, but I hope y'all keep watching and we're gonna have a great time. One of the things we're gonna do to old Red is old Red is gonna get a new-ish fuel tank. We had one that while I was working on old Puddin', and we're going to drop it in. We're gonna get some gas in it. We're gonna get this one running. We're gonna get it out the way. Then we're gonna get the 96. Y'all just watched it on the last video that I ain't making a dime off of. We're gonna get that Oldsmobile, and we're gonna drive that Oldsmobile in here. And we're gonna try to drop the tank, get the fuel pump inside the tank, get all that boogered up and go. And then I'm gonna go around and show you my daddy's cars. And we're gonna talk about the plans or the ideas that we got for these rigs. He needs to sell a few, y'all agree? But we're gonna go around and look at that. First thing we wanna do, let's get old Red a fuel tank. Let's get the seat and all back in it. And let's boogie in it. Maybe y'all haven't seen this rig. This is old Red. It's a 1968 F250. We actually put a new engine, not a new engine. We kind of worked on this engine a little bit. I mean, boy, the engine just looks really, really, really good. Probably better than it should for a truck like this. It's all rusted up and rusted out, but good running rig. We want to now get a fuel tank put in it, and we want to get it to run on the fuel tank. Still need brakes on this one. That's a future project, but today we're going to drop the seat in it. We're gonna drop the fuel tank in it first, get the fuel tank hooked up, get some fuel in it, make sure it runs off the tank. Then we're gonna have to do a lot of other things, drop the seat in. We've got this here, actually the hump. We got to get that done. The mat's probably trash, but we have to bend all of this. Got to bend this back because I was hawing on that to get that in. So we got to get all that done, and then we can zip those in. And when we zip those in, we'll be golden to drop the seat back in.
Was this already in it?
Yeah, all that rat.
Yeah, that rat.
Yeah, rat nest. That's a hotel. I don't know what all that is, but it was nasty. Joe, that's the plan. Me and my daddy are gonna get this done. And Daddy, you ready to drop the tank in?
Yep. Let's do it.
All right, y'all. Here is this tank. This tank was somewhat used, but not really. We had an issue with it leaking gas here and couldn't get it to seal here. I think we have that issue resolved on this one. So Daddy is going to get his. We actually purchased. I don't know what Daddy's doing. So we are going to, he wants to sand this up just a little bit to make sure we don't have any gas coming out there. This is the sending unit. It's going to sit down in there just like that. And then we'll be able to hook up both sides on this. And after we do that, we'll be able to drop it in. So y'all, there's Melvin's information. Once again, Melvin's Classic Ford. They're in Conyers, Georgia. Awesome people there. We love them dearly. They take care of us a bunch. And we appreciate them for providing my daddy this fuel tank. And so we're gonna get this dropped on, and we'll see you in a second. All right, here we go. Just drop her on down in just like that. It sits there, and then we have our cork gasket, and we'll just line up the cork gasket with the holes, which we will see right. Holes are, line them up, Daddy. They were lined up and he moved it, y'all. Well, we get new bolts and everything. We get a handful of new bolts and all that. Just get one and then we'll be able to move them.
Nope, that's not true.
All right, y'all. Pretty simple. We'll put these bolts in, and after we get bolts in, we'll get ready and slap it in the truck. I know there's so many of you that want to see our awesome ratcheting skills. Turn, grab, turn, grab, turn, grab, and go. Got a leaky gas tank. They don't make gas tanks like they used to. Hope that don't offend anybody that makes gas tank these days, but y'all ain't as good as the rest of them. All right, y'all, we got this new sending unit on. With this new sending unit on, and the cork gasket tightened down on it, good and snug, we'll be able to go drop the tank in. Y'all pray for my daddy. He was over working on one of his rental houses over here, and he ran his finger in a table saw, and then he was too stubborn to go to the doctor and get it sewed up till a day and a half later. And they said, sir, ain't nothing we can do to it. We need to glue it. And Daddy said, nope, we ain't gluing it. I'm just gonna put a bandage on it. So he's out here working with a tore up finger. That's why I call him my daddy.
Oh, we got some more wires in the back.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Watch that. Yeah.
That's it.
All right, we gotta get everything lined up. We ain't lined up yet.
Well, I was missing one bolt. Put it in this one. And
I put this one in this one. This side will be held with the rubber and all that. Are you lining up?
go down just a tad. I think it'll
push it down. Let's hope it will.
You got the ratchet.
Yep. Y'all look like this tank is getting bolted in. Had to be for the bunch of wires there, y'all, down in the floor. We don't have a clue what that is.
Where does them wires go to over yonder?
There ain't no wires.
Oh, that's part of the gas line.
Yeah.
I don't know, let's have speakers back here. I didn't see no wires going out the back of the cab, did you?
No.
Oh, it didn't have don't have no electric fence. Not necessary.
Yep. Squeeze that shut. Alright, y'all. We've got to get this. Got to get the filler neck hooked up. We have to get this tightened down. I actually need to crimp this a little bit so it'll catch the ground there. But after that, I don't know what we did. Oh, the filler neck's still on it. Whew, we may need to get us another filler neck, another hose, and take it off of this one and that one. And I think a regular radiator hose will work. Probably some of y'all are gonna say it shouldn't. You're probably right, but I think it's just rubber. I think it's just rubber hose there. That one's hard as a brick, so it'd be better for us, I think, to cut this one off, Daddy, and put another one on. Y'all, here's the old one we cut off. It had very little rubber left in it. It was turning into dinosaur plastic. And then we had this old Gates radiator hose. And man, it fit perfect. But I said, why in the world would we put something on a new tank, newish tank, and look that nappy and that dirty? Look at here. Woo! Man, I said, we need to buy us a new hose. We need to get us a new hose. And y'all look at there. I mean, it brought the shine right back to it. It ain't only left your loosey righty tighty juice. I mean, that's some shine juice as well.
Shine on that and see if it make the paint look better.
Look at there.
We might spray the whole truck down.
Old red, yeah. That's some that's some shine sauce right there. Vice Grip Garage ain't got nothing on RevStoration. So we'll see y'all. Nope, don't put it on yet. We got to slide it through there first. So we're gonna put the filler neck on, and then we'll fill it up. I didn't push this down far enough, so I may have to loosen this back up and kind of push that on down so it'll get a better seal. But the tank is in, so I'll probably fix this where I boogered it up a little bit too far out. We got the line in, but I don't know if the nut's bottomed out or if this is bottomed out. That doesn't seem to be moving. So what we'll do is we'll hook the pump up, and hopefully it's not going to be sucking air there. If it sucks air there, it won't work. Of course, it won't pull gas. So you want to get that hooked up front, and then I'll loosen this up and we'll push this down further. And then when Daddy gets
you want to help me raise the hood?
Yeah, we'll raise that hood. That hood's heavy, boy. But we need to get the fuel line.
Do we have another piece of rubber
hose?
Replace the whole hose.
We're gonna try to find some rubber hose and get that hooked up, put some gas in it, and we'll see if she pumps gas. Y'all listen to me now. If you ever have to saw with a razor blade, it's time for a new one. That thing right there, I had to saw, boy, I tell you what, I'm here up under the truck and just cutting that little hose right there to go on the fuel pump. I'm telling you what, it took me 40 saws to get through it, but we are. And now all I got to do is tighten it up, get it tightened up. That new fuel pump, new end. Look at it. Woo! Don't look at this. Look at that. Woo wee! Some people say a dull blade will cut you worse than a sharp one will. This one does not identify with those dull blades. I mean, this one right here, it'll cut you, but y'all know what I mean. This thing couldn't shave my head if it wanted to. But we're all hooked up there. Think Daddy's going to get a battery. We're gonna hook a battery up to it and hopefully get it cranked up, and then hopefully we'll see it start pulling fuel from the tank. That is if that pickup is sealed. Of course, I think the issue I was having with it before is I think there was a bad weld on it, and I'm gonna hope and pray that that was just my issue where that was bottoming out, similar to what this one is doing. But we're gonna get all that figured out, hopefully get it running. Daddy, you got a battery? He's going to get a battery. All right, y'all, we want to get ready and see if we can get this rascal to pump up. But Daddy, you
prime the
hold on,
operator a little bit.
Daddy, you know what a dentist gets for being dentist of the year? Nothing, just a little plaque.
A little plaque.
That was a good one. That was a good one, y'all. All right. Hold on.
Pumping in the filter yet?
Not yet. Just got to run out of that first before the lever pump. You got the clutch switched in? Why ain't this thing running, Daddy?
Gas and carburetor, we run it all the way out.
No, we didn't. Go, crank it up.
You get on a choke on it, so it's cold natured.
Crank it.
All right.
I don't know if it's pumping from the tank or not. Hold on before you do that. We got water leakage or something here. I think we got a water leakage there. Leaking a little water. All right, I don't know if it's pumping from the tank yet. I'm gonna go get another razor blade because I found our issue. Our issue was we had a crimp line up under the truck. I'll show it to you. I was hoping I had. Yep, I am missing my thing. I bet we knocked it off going down the road. That super nice crimper tool, we knocked it off. I had left it on the car. So, Lost a $25 tool. But that's what happens when you're in a hurry and doing like we always doing on that last video we ain't making no money off of. I lost a $25 tool. So I'm down $25, y'all. What was I looking for? I'm looking for a razor blade. You see this brand new filter right here we put on? See how new it is? It ain't too new. I don't think I got another one though. So I've got this line here goes to here, and it crimps right, if y'all can see that, right, it crimps right in there. And so I've got to take this off and do something, shorten this, shorten that. I've got to do something. Well, now it's leaking, y'all. Now this one's leaking. So I may run just a straight line here if I don't have another filter. I think I got another filter in the truck. So we need to somehow have this made where this doesn't crimp. I think that one is obviously good. So we've got to unhook this one and this, and then I'm gonna have to plug that, or otherwise we're gonna lose all our gas, or have something down here to catch it. And then make another, you know what I gotta do, y'all, and I'm gonna do it. Now this is the part in the process where it gets real fun. Of course, I'm wanting to leave extra line here and zip tie it up there somewhere so that we won't have the kinkage problem anymore. That should take the kink out of it. But this line is either clogged or it finally let enough fuel out that hopefully it ain't gonna drain on me when I pull this out. But I now have to disconnect this rubber hose and put this rubber hose on it, and there's about 5 gallons of gas north of me here. So thank goodness Daddy found me my snips. So I'm gonna go to snipping, and hopefully this will come off without covering me or y'all in gas. I might have said that word I wasn't supposed to say. All right, y'all, we're back inside. We have our new line running from the tank here. This new line will run into the filter here. I think I put the filter on the right way. It'll run from here and run this way into here. From there, it'll run to the pump, and the doggone it, I got it on backwards. No, yeah, this goes to the front. Doggone Daddy, I got it on backwards, y'all. Filter is supposed to be on this end, so I got to turn this around because this comes from the tank, and then it drops down from both of these into here. So we can't crank it yet. So I got to turn this filter around the other way because this is the out. I was thinking this was the in, but this is coming from the tank. This isn't coming from the tank. Y'all, guess what? I made a mistake. All right, y'all, I think I have rectified my issue. So now this is coming, this is the in coming this way. I was thinking it was the out. This is the in that comes from the tank. It goes this way, comes down through, goes here, and then this goes out. So, all right, hit it dead end, see if it'll pump gas. Not yet. None yet. You got to keep trying to crank it. I was trying to crank. Y'all, we got a brand new starter, and the Bendix is hung out, locked the engine up. We scared to death we done had a locked up engine, but y'all guess what? We don't. And if you look, I don't know if you can see in there, but the Bendix is stuck up against the flywheel, and it's not letting the engine turn over. So we potentially could loosen up the bolts. Remember, there's 3 bolts, and they're hard as a dickens. We can get it to loosen up, and the Bendix would pop back out, and then we could just hopefully it'd go back to working. But could we have burnt the starter up? That's potentiality, because we've been just ranking on it, trying to get the fuel to pump up. And I think I figured out what the issue was with the fuel pump. It was me. But we ain't gonna talk about that yet. Let's get the engine unstuck. We got the Bendix to the starter back in, loosened the starter up, tapped it. I think the starter got hot, the Bendix stuck out. So we've got a bunch of bolts we got to get tightened back up down here before we try to crank it, and then we're gonna go try to crank it again. Y'all, this was fun. All right, y'all, we had an issue. We had some gushers. We were trying to put oil in this baby because we were wondering if it was locked up or not. A little low in oil. Went to put oil in it, and man, it come gushing out the side. I thought we done broke the block. Well, you know what it was? You know what it was? Yep, it was in valve covers. Valve covers were bent, and we added oil to it before we put valve covers on. And then when we put valve covers on, it was pouring oil out. It wasn't getting down, not all of it was getting down to the motor. So we're gonna tighten all that back up and try to put oil in it, and hopefully it don't leak oil out. I'm thinking she's gonna pump gas now. Everything is cooled off. We got our oil in it. When valve cover's right where it won't leak no more, she's gonna smoke when we get her crank her up. She's going.
Then our rubber band broke.
Again?
Yeah, that's pouring out.
You done broke the rubber band.
One idle.
Still ain't
You can't let go of that if it's
well,
running.
come figure this out. You come put something on this, we still ain't either we're still sucking air somewhere, because it ain't pumping fuel from the tank. That was the issue I had with it before. Daddy, there's tape in the truck over there. So we're gonna tape this up, and after we get that taped, it shouldn't come undone. But it pumps sometimes, but it don't pump all the time. So I don't know if that means it's got to be sucking air somewhere, because it's not picking it up from the tank. Put 5 gallons in it. That should be enough.
Get on that side.
All right, y'all. I think we have. I think we've got it resolved. Let's see. Fuel gauge goes up to about 1/4 of a tank. Tire's gonna smoke a little bit. Something's hitting and ticking like a fan. You don't hear that ticking?
Well, like something like the daddy ran the flywheel.
That's what it is. Cut it off. Figured out what our noise was. Yo, I only got, look at all that oil. Woo, Nelly B. It was going out the back. That's, what's that? Ticking. All right, y'all, we got this one resolved. What it was is the fuel line itself that goes from the tank, and the metal line that goes from the new tank down and picks up. We had to blow it back the other way. All that rust and dirt and mess that was in it, we had to blow it out. And when we got it blowed out, it pumps slick as a whistle, and the fuel is clean. Of course it would be. It's got a filter down there, it's got a filter right here, and a filter right here before it gets into the carburetor. So I think that's good. I'm gonna get my 1/2 inch, hopefully before we get it too hot, and get up under and get the bolts back on. Up under there, it's already hot.
The inspection plate.
Yeah, get the inspection plate is what was doing it. I was hearing it, thought it was hitting the fan, but it wasn't.
Resting on the.
It was hitting the flywheel.
It's resting on both.
Yeah, but I think I maneuvered it where it was just sitting on the flywheel. So when the flywheel turned, just barely ticking the flywheel. So we're gonna get that back on. Then we can pump this tire up, get this one out of the way, and maybe in a couple of hours we can get something else working. All right, y'all, we're trying to get a.
You guys on me.
It's
Wait. There goes on my seat belt. Wait a minute, my seat belt's up under it.
Oh, we got to pull them out.
Front and back. I can see mine. What about yours?
On it, said it again. Got to teach my daddy how to drive. Woo, that's that motor. We still ain't done them motor mounts. Let's go. Motor mount still loose as a dickens.
I gotta go forward a little bit. I'm getting too close. I'm gonna back all the way up there. I ain't going all the way around.
I don't reckon he knows how to go all the way around. I don't reckon he knows how to, he ain't all that good with no clutch. You just had to let off the clutch, did he, in reverse?
Yeah, I know.
But you took it out. He put it in first gear. I'd have left it in reverse until we got down here on some flat ground. But now he's driving, I need to let him drive. My daddy, I need to remember to call him that.
He ain't got no brakes, remember. Huh?
Somebody might have been coming.
Run!
All that smoke is that oil we burn off, y'all. Thing's kicking up dust.
I think we got a little brake.
It may have. Usually going down through here and see if it'll break. Good Lord, y'all. Break it, see if it'll break.
Yeah.
No break.
Gotta tighten them motor mounts.
What are you doing right here, right here?
No, I gotta move my car up.
But Daddy, you're dang gone, Daddy. What in the world?
I don't know. I hit my car, didn't tore it
I was
up.
wondering what you were doing.
I was trying to kill it. Like a fool.
What in the world?
I tried to kill it.
We should never drive without brakes. I was wondering where you was going. We just run into the doggone Bonnetville, or to the Oldsmobile.
Messed that up, didn't
Man, I was sitting there talking to you, telling you,
I was
Daddy,
trying
Daddy,
to kill
Daddy.
it.
You wasn't trying to kill it. You
I?
should have not had it in.
All right.
You was trying to
I
think you
killed
could hit
it all
brakes.
right anyway.
Oh man, y'all. Y'all been telling us forever not to do this. This car was a good looking little car, good running little car. My daddy just drove right into it. I was trying to tell him, cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. I didn't know what he was doing.
I was trying to kill the motor, but he killed it.
He wasn't, you can't kill it in first. You was going in first. You drove it into it. Hoo-wee. Y'all. Ain't that pitiful? Where you want it? Where you want it? All right, I won't hit it. All right, y'all, I'm running it on up. Man, this thing runs good though.
What I should have done,
He just popped the clutch with the ignition
I put it in
on.
first gear and tried to kill it, but didn't kill.
You won't kill with the ignition on, did he? I can't get too mad at my daddy for doing this because I just about did it going over the pit and he smacked her pretty good. All right, Daddy, let the brakes off. And you got brakes, right? You got the ignition on?
Yeah, but it won't crank.
Yeah, I'm sure. You got the ignition on so you can turn the steering wheel?
Yeah, I can turn the steering wheel. You gotta give me a push.
Oh, it won't roll yet. Oh, we got a Fred Flintstone this baby. All right. Oh, that thing runs quiet. Yep. Oh, we got it. Whoa. All right, that should be good enough to get to the tank.
Just open up to right here anyway.
Yeah, but the tank's in front of the wheels, so that's good. Daddy's actually got a truck in the shop. I think we may go pick it up and do this one again another day. But let's walk around and sort of talk about some of the cars that we need to work on and what the plans are. But I'm gonna get my old Mountain Dew over here. I'm a Mountain Dew fan. Get my old Mountain Dew. Of course, this one, we just need to put the fuel pump in the tank, and I think she'll work. Everybody was saying check the fuses. We did so. Check the relays. Then we got a little body work. This fender already needed a little body work. Now it needs a bunch of body work. Of course, what we gonna do with the Mercury, Daddy?
I gotta sell it. That's just too much trouble for me.
Yeah, we don't know how to put the Mercury back together. It's got we know it's got an inline 8 that's a good running engine. It's got a lot of parts. I don't know if it's got all the linkages and parts that's needed. But if somebody's interested in this rig, talk to Daddy. Email me, RevStoration@gmail.com.
51 Pontiac, and I do have the fenders and the hood painted.
Just about everything we need to go on it, we got it. Next old rig here, we got, this is a 65. Yeah. 65 Ranchero with a 351. It's got a different firing order than we anticipated. It's got a good running engine. It's running. This over here is Daddy's Comet GT. It's still got a 302. We got the steering, the shift knuckle from the motor to the firewall has come off on the 302 here. I about run it off the shop one time, but it's fun. This old Chevrolet van, good running engine, right, Daddy? Yeah. There's a 19, let's look over here. There's a 1957 Ford Fairlane. There it is. I mean, it's
the canes this winter, so you can't hardly see it, but I'll trample.
No, stay over here, Daddy. There it is. We're just trying. I don't want to get ticks and all that on him. So that's a good running.
Look back at the videos, you can see it.
That's a fun 292. I think we want to get that one out and do a little bit of more work on it. Good running car. Here is our 65 Falcon. She's covered up. But it's got a good old 302 289 in it. Right, Daddy?
289, yeah.
289, original. I don't know if it's original or not. But it's a good running engine. I wouldn't lift the hood. Daddy's won't lift the hood on these things.
You took the carburetor off of it and put on the other one.
That's my Daddy's Sentra that it'll probably run still, maybe not.
Probably needs a fuel pump. Been sitting there 5 years.
Probably needs a fuel pump. This GMC ran. We got it running off camera. It's old kind of camper van. We got it up and running. Here's a old boat of mine. It's got a 75 Evinrude on the back of it. It's still good. The boat probably ain't. Daddy drove this Lincoln all the way to Alaska from Georgia and brought it back and parked it, didn't you?
Well, I drove it back and drove it about another year and bought the Nissan in 2017. So this one's been sitting here 5 years.
All right, this is 63 390. The oil pump had a valve, relief valve that was blowed out in it. So we jacked the engine up, put a oil pump on it, and engine runs good. It's got an issue with the shifting. It's got an automatic.
It was a straight shift, and the guy put automatic in it, but I got to have an automatic steering column or put it in the floor.
So got to get that one going. This old truck here runs good. It's old Silverado, good running truck. Didn't pay much for it. It's just sitting here. Need to do something with it, right?
Yeah, the transmission dipstick was leaking, and the hose that goes to the knockdown was leaking. We put a new one on.
But it's actually not a knockdown. It's another thing. It's not a knockdown. It controls the pressure, and I don't think it's done right because we boogered it up. I know we did. But we got to get that going. This old Pontiac is run. Need the interior, rats eat the interior out of it. 65 Mustang, boy, we need to work on it. It's got an inline 200, good running car. That's one we probably could work on. 63 Fairlane 4-door, 260.
Yeah.
Good running car, no issues whatsoever. We probably could put it on the road now. It even has brakes, don't it?
Yep.
Yep, even got brakes on that one. There's Puddin'. Puddin's gonna get me home. This truck here either has a 360 or 352 in it. It's a manual transmission. All it needs is brakes, right?
Yep, runs good.
Good running truck. Probably needs a carburetor now.
We're debating on the hood, on the top, which looks best. Camper on or camper off?
Camper on or camper off?
Right now it's just laying on there. It ain't bolted or nothing.
Okay, our boogie naked truck. This one's a good runner. It is a runner. Still has a lot of work we need to do to it. Got this in the deal recently and got it running, which was a good thing. Got this in the deal just before it. This one's got a locked up engine. Starter's hitting. We assume it's locked up. Assume the starter Bendix ain't hung up in it.
No.
It's locked up. We've never tried to start this one. What, Daddy, this one,
It's a 70.
It's got a lot of work needs to be done to that one. Y'all seen this one? This one right here runs so good it'll plow through Oldsmobiles like it ain't nothing. This one here needs everything. Just a body shell, Mercury Comet 62? 63, okay. 63 four-door Comet running. We messed the hood up on it going down. We sometimes get too fast and don't pay attention all that much. And we messed the hood up on that one. The hood was already messed up on it. Kind of like that fender back there was already messed up on the Oldsmobile, but not as bad. 59 Ford, good running 59 Ford. It needs a few doors, few quarter panels, it needs a whole bunch of body stuff, but it'll work. This truck here has got a 350 to flat out ball tires. I mean, it'll turn them over and run. But y'all can see this old square body needs a lot of work. Here is a Ranger model Edsel. Edsel runs good.
It's a 59 also.
59, what do we have to do on it? Yep, you're right, a bunch. Bronco was a stuck engine when we got it. We got the Bronco up and running and drove it here. It'll run, no brakes.
No brakes yet.
No brakes, but she'll run. This is a 64 Galaxy XL, 500 XL. The whole rear end is rusted off of it. We don't know about the frame, but it's pretty bad. We got a body down there we could put on it, but this engine probably needs a little work because it had a lot of
52 and it run good.
No, it had a lot of blow by. It was blowing.
Oh, okay.
It was blowing by everywhere. Here's an old Nova 4-door. It had an inline 6 in it that ran. Don't really want to say it ran good, but it did run. Mr. Holly's truck, what year, 64?
No, 72.
What did I say 64 for? That's what I meant. It's got a 350, it runs really, really good. Got 1, 2, 3 Ford trucks back there. Y'all see them? All of them 360s. We had one video where we got all 3 of them running. And then the Malibu ran, right?
Yep, Malibu ran, drove.
We drove it around. Over at the other part of Daddy's garage, what all do we have? We have a 64, 2 64 Fairlanes. We got the 2 64 Fairlanes up and running. One's a 2-door hardtop, one's a 2-door post, one's a 260, one's a 289 special. We got them. All right, y'all, I don't know where we ended, but we still got a lot of rigs we need to work on. We still have, of course, Granddaddy. I think we ended with Granddaddy 65 Galaxy. If we were going to put money in one and really work on it and finish it off, which doesn't seem like many viewers, they want to see us start them up. I don't seem like y'all like to see them finish. Some of y'all do. We need to do more work on that and finish it. Well, we had the Jeep over there, 61 Willis.
Yeah.
61 Willis Jeep over there. What year is the 82 Caprice? No, the 302 or the 302. It's in the woods. Granada.
Oh, the Granada is
79.
78, I think.
78, 79 Granada. 82 Caprice.
Yeah.
Y'all really like that with a 305. We got the Courier over there. I think Daddy's got 2 Rangers over there. Come here.
Got the 94 Buick Skylark.
Yeah, we got the Buick Skylark. We got the other white Oldsmobile over there. You hadn't hit it yet, have you?
Bonneville, no.
You ain't hit it?
No.
He ain't hit that one yet. And that's it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the 99 Ford F-150.
Got a 79 purple square body.
Yeah, we got a
That's
purple
the one that'll squall the tires one or two.
Yeah, we got the square body.
And I got another 68 Ford truck over there that we got from the last video or two.
Yep, we got the 68 F2. No, it's a manual, but it's just a F100. And then I still have the 67 Galaxy with a 289 4-door. I got it. Got the 2 Pintos, one runabout, one Squire. I have the 62 Falcon 2-door, and then we got Puddin, and we got the Montclair. And so for me, the rest of the summer, I think me and JC would really like to work on his truck a little bit more than we got from Denny. We have it's running hot or something. We got to figure that out. We'd love to put a paint job on it on the channel. I'd also like to finish up the Pinto and get it roadworthy. It'll run, stops, does everything we need to. We do have to get the I need to put a paint job on it. But all in all, y'all, we don't have anything to do. But we'll see you when we get this rig back on the road. He called Uncle on this one. We got it running and just wasn't going all the way. Went to put injectors on it. Decided, didn't know if it needed injectors or not. He took it to a shop. Buddy, he has actually cleaned a lot of it out, got a little bit more going. Took the tanks off. Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. Cut it off.
Gas is flooding out of the neck. I don't think he put my neck back on either. I done pumped out about 2 gallons of gas on it.
Yep. Yep. Whew.
I should go in there and tell him.
Yeah, I would. I don't know what. Well, his buddy didn't put the hose back on the top, and boy, it is overflowed or something. But woo, whole bunch of gas. It ain't only the RevStoration boys that do this. Sometimes they do it as well. Then he had it at the shop for all about 2 minutes, and then it's got to go back to the shop. They didn't hook something up on the top, but we'll get it going. Part of the fun.
Was you videoing that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
All right, y'all. Well, Daddy had his truck out for all of about 3 minutes, and here it goes again. He squalled the tires on it to get it here, and then went to fill it up with gas. I'm glad we went on and filled it up here, because when we did, gas just come billowing out the top of the tank. So for us, having to drop that tank and all that, it's probably just a hose undone, but we had the filler neck, the bolts of the filler neck wasn't in it, so there was a few things they needed to button up on it. Daddy didn't pay but $1,700 to have that done. It wasn't $1,700, but they're taking it back, gonna get it done. They'll call him tomorrow, and he'll be able to have him, I think, a good running truck. That might, well, I don't know if it'll, that engine probably won't pull too much, will it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna break in. I'm gonna ask you to do something for me. This is just for me. If you want to do it, I appreciate you. If you don't, we completely understand. You've kind of heard all the old rigs we've got. Let us know in the comments. Maybe this will help the channel out a little bit. It may help me out a little bit to put a few more comments down here. Let us know what you want us to work on next. Let us know what you'd be interested in seeing done on these old rigs. Of course, money is not flowing, and time is not always available. But in a time and in a money-like fashion, what are some of these rigs you'd like to see us work on? Also, if you would, sort of help me out. I on that last video with the Oldsmobile, it was monetized. The monetization was messed up on it, and I actually had a human review, and the human review came back that I used vulgar language it actually said like the F word or the N word. And friends, I can promise you up one side and down the other, I ain't done no such. But it also said help, and it sent down, and there were a few other areas and ways that they could determine that. A few other words other than those, but I just can't imagine what I did. So if you want to go back and rewatch it and kind of let me know maybe what I said, I'd appreciate it, because if I said something that was ugly, I don't want to say it again. That's just who I am. I don't want to do that. But y'all, we do appreciate y'all. I know me and my daddy, I'm gonna go back in and we'll say our goodbyes, but hey, we really appreciate y'all, and we appreciate YouTube for allowing us to share this content with each of y'all. And if we've done anything wrong, hey, y'all, we apologize. If I have offended anyone, I apologize, because it wasn't intentionally, and I don't believe I did or said anything that was for the Lord that might have offended anyone. And on that, I don't apologize. I love Jesus, and I wish you did too. Talk with you soon. Well, y'all, let me tell you this. We have had another Jam Up episode. I've got a couple of weeks, and I'm going to be doing some pondering, some thinking of what we're going to do next. For me and my daddy, we enjoy YouTube. We enjoy each and every one of y'all for watching our channel. Y'all are truly a blessing to us. We never have tried to say anything that was vulgar, or and if it was taken that way, we apologize. But I don't think any word that we have ever used on here has been anything but that. Daddy's just about to get me run over. I was going the long way. But y'all, I sure enough appreciate y'all. We've had a good time. We thank y'all so very much for watching. And without any further ado, what do we always say? Deuces. May God bless.
Love y'all. I'm turning right here.
We're turning right here. Hey, we want to thank y'all again for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do so by clicking this button down below, or you can watch a video that may be suited for you or a recent upload here down below. So once again, we thank you for watching. Deuces. May God bless.